So just to share, this is the view. So I'm staying in JBR, and this is the private pool and beach, private beach, and then here's the view from the balcony. That's the Ritz-Carlton. Is it the Ritz-Carlton? I don't know. And the sun's setting now. It's 5 o'clock. This is what it's like in Dubai. That is not a shit view. Hi, it's me. I'm sure many people won't be aware, but my name's Tom Ford, and at one point I did have a YouTube channel called Holy Smoke, and where I talked about cigars and stuff. Some of you, because I've got a handful of subscribers, like maybe one or two people might see this. It'll be interesting, right? But I stopped uploading videos about, I think about 7 years ago. And do you know what? I'm going to pick it back up again. And so I thought the best place to start would be like with, well, where have I been? Which is a super weird thing. So like 7 years on, a few more wrinkles, a bit less hair, a few more miles on the clock. But yeah, so let's pick it up. I've made some notes. I'm just going to I'm going to try and make it as brief as possible so I'm not waffling on. But anyway, so my name's Tom Ford. I'm a 41-year-old business owner, entrepreneur. When you last heard from me, I'd just been fired from my previous job, and I was just starting my first business, a first proper business. And I'm going to try and bring you up to speed on some of that stuff because it's quite interesting, right? So anyway, where have I been? So I actually stopped uploading YouTube videos and stopped making YouTube videos because I had to get real serious about making money and about making a living for myself because I was broke. Do you know what I mean? Like the last time you saw me, I was stressed about paying my rent, stressed about paying my bills, and not lost. Not lots changed, but you know, it was a difficult situation, and I felt like I needed to focus on the business that I was starting. So let me tell you about that. So I started a business with a friend called Jordan, business partner. We started a business called Verus, and we started doing fire stopping, compartmentation in buildings. I'll make another video about how I got into that and what that looks like and all the rest of it. But essentially, that's what happened. Started a fire stopping business. It grew over the course of the first year. It grew quite well. We employed a couple of people, and for the first time in my life, I started making some money, a little bit of money. Long story short, I'll go into this again another time. You know, that partnership became a little bit, you know, we weren't interested in the same things. I don't think we had the same goals. So I ended up selling my shares in that company for not a huge amount of money, and like setting up on my own, doing essentially the same thing on my own. And then, you know, over the last sort of like four years, I've been doing that. It went really well. It's you know, it's a funny one. It's gone really well, and it's been really hard as well. I'm definitely in a better position than I was when you last saw me. You know, I made some money. I made some moves. I own 4 businesses now, including the fire stopping business, which is called Skyline Fire Stopping. And I'm here in Dubai at the moment. I've been here for a month, and I'm over here at the moment because I'm planning on leaving the UK to set up a business here. I really like Dubai. Obviously, there's a lot of stuff going on in the UK, and a lot of exodus going on, you know, or a lot of people leaving. I'm not just trying to escape the UK. You know, I genuinely do really like it here, and I'd like to be here. The last time you saw me, I was in a different relationship. I was with another girl. That relationship ended. You know, I would say I would say that relationship ended mostly due to like moving in different directions in life. You know, I wanted to start businesses, and I'm really into self development and that kind of stuff. And the girl I was with at the time, you know, maybe weren't aligned with that stuff. But I met another girl called Joanna, who I've been with for about 6 years now, and we have a great time together. We're best mates, you know, and we travelled the world together a lot. We've done a lot of shit, you know, and I met her just after I stopped making videos, and so she met me when I had nothing, and you know that's like important to me, right? So I'm in a new romantic relationship. I also became a life coach, or like, you know, you would have seen me like talk about in the past maybe that I had a life coach, or I had coaching. I had business mentoring as well in the time that I've been away from YouTube, and yeah, I thought that I could offer something to that space. So I trained as a ICF life coach, and I set up a coaching business in January last year. And you know, I've got opinions on coaching space in general, which again I'll share in a. I'll go into depth with that at some point. But one thing I did start doing around that time was I started doing, not just doing, but like putting on masterminds for people. So like, you know, when I'd had a bit of success, I really wanted to get around other people who were doing the same thing or aligned. So I found it really hard to find those groups in the UK. So I created one. I'll talk about that more as well if anyone's interested in it. But for the most part, like all the hobbies are the same, right? The cigars are still a massive thing. I still love cigars. I still smoke cigars all the time, and I try and get as many of my friends involved in cigars as possible. Motorcycling, you know, obviously I had aspirations to get into like motorbikes and buy a Harley. I did that. I'll talk about that again at some point. Anything that you guys want to hear about, just drop it in the comments, and I'll go into more depth. This is just a general overview. And I also got into jiu-jitsu and combat sports. I dabbled in some kickboxing in the past, but you would have seen me on the back end of like powerlifting. Like I did a lot of powerlifting, and then I was kind of, the last time you saw me, I was still training, but I wasn't training with any specific goal. I was just bumping the weights around. And then I got into the jiu-jitsu thing, like a lot of guys in sort of like my lane do. And I just fell in love with it. I'm well into that. Like I train like 4 times a week. I'm a purple belt in jiu-jitsu, which is like crazy to think about, because, you know, I just sort of started dabbling with it, and now I'm purple belt. But yeah. So what's next? So I'm not sure why I'm going to continue the. Well, that's a good question. Why am I doing the YouTube? When I looked back on the old videos, they were really like fun to look back on, right? It was like a real moment in time, and it was really good for me to look back on that and remember it. And if nothing else, I wish that I had documented more of like the journey from there to here, but I didn't, you know. And so my plan is to document the journey from here to wherever's next, which I'll be honest, I've got some like pretty lofty plans, pretty lofty goals. You know, I have high aspirations, and you know what, like I watch a lot of YouTube stuff. I watch a lot of people building their businesses, and I watched one guy, Max Tuning. I'm not sure if anyone's familiar with him, but I watched this guy build a business and a brand in the space of 5 years, and then sell it and exit the company. And it was fascinating to watch, man. And it was like, not only was it entertaining, but it was like quite useful, I think. There's lessons in there, and you know, so I thought, fuck it, I'm going to do the same thing. So anyway, this is it. So I'll grab some like B-roll of where I'm at, and all the rest of it, but that's it. Yeah, I'm going to be back. I've got plans to make a few more videos while I'm here in Dubai. And then I'm going to go into all sorts of stuff. Now, this is not going to be all cigar related. I'll do a bit of that. But it's mostly going to be, I'm going to track myself building my life from here out. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to talk to you about business, all my hobbies, how I do things, where I'm fucking up on things. I'll go into depth about the last few years, things that I did right, things that I did wrong. It might be useful for some people. If not, it might just be a handy reminder for myself, right? So, yeah, we'll go into all of that sort of shit. And again, if anything is of particular interest, or if you've got any questions, please just chuck them in the comments, and I'll do it, right? Because I'm kind of just, this is just a starting point, and we'll go wherever this takes us. So, but yeah, cool. So I'm looking forward to making some more videos, going more in depth with some of this stuff, and I'll see you in the next one.